Hey there. I want to talk about few things today. One thing that was coming to my conscious from my subconscious is the topic of ownership, because like my whole life I was like forged by what other people thought about me in a certain sense. Not on a active way, but subconsciously. And like the expectations of others, of friends, family, the world, and so on, and other stuff. And I always had these things sometimes even dominate my head, and I couldn't get rest from it. That was partly because of other things, but yeah, the thing is that I recently found is that in our subconscious we have, from small on, we get taught, not consciously but subconsciously, a few things that are not true and that imprison our mind and make us vulnerable to, yeah, other things taking control of us and manipulating us. Doesn't have to be like humans, it can be topics, it can be expectations, like anything, like thoughts, patterns, whatever. And that's the subconscious belief that humans can own humans. And I know we're in a free world, there's no slavery, blah blah blah. But most humans, as far as I can see, have this belief in their subconscious, and I had it too. And I'm not sure if it's completely gone, but I try to really like get it into my subconscious, so it's less than before, let's say it that way. And that's it. This subconscious belief that someone can own another person is like partly one of the causes why people strive to beat each other, rivalry, or when you beat someone in the game and then you say, I owned you. Like these things, these manifestations are partly, not all, not wholly, but part of it comes from that belief that humans can own each other. And in principle, I began to understand that we all, every human on Earth, we are all brothers and sisters. Doesn't matter, belief system. For me, it's under the creator, of course. You can say of the family, humanity, family, the human family, and so on. Like, it doesn't matter. The, I mean, yeah, it does matter, but yeah, whatever. That's not the point right now. Um, the thing is, this belief that we subconsciously get um, from small on, that we can own other humans and other humans can own us. Uh, this is imprisoning our minds, and it's just not true. Like, in principle, we're all brothers and sisters. Yes, they're bad brothers and sisters, they're good brothers and sisters, but everyone is a brother and a sister. basically. And you never can own them, and then never can own you. And all of this, like, oh no, they're slaves and so blah blah blah. Yes, these things exist, but it's a social game. We're here as humans, and we're playing social games. And all of this king and servant, like slave and master, are social games. And they all, like, the latest, when that all dissolves, is when we die. When we die, all of these social games dissolve. Like, yeah, everyone, like, these systems that we have in our head, these psychological games and hierarchies and everything, it just dissolves. It never was really there. Like, every ownership goes away because it was never really there. And that's a really interesting thing where, like, the knowledge subconsciously that nothing can own you, or no human can own you. That is something very interesting. And it makes you think differently. And basically, what it does, it frees your mind from other people, because subconsciously, when you have, like, let's say, you have people on a social platform talk bad about you, then it will follow in your head, because your subconscious belief is that the people in social media own your public property, your public version of yourself, and that's why they are important for you. Like, you give them importance because subconsciously you think they own a part of you, but they don't. And I think that's partly one of the causes of a lot of unnecessary stress, anxiety, everything. Like, it's not all of it, but a lot of it is this, like, prison we have subconsciously, where we think one human can own another. And the insecure, like, there are a lot of insecurities that manifest through it also, like people trying to control each other, like manipulation, like a brainwash, like when a company or like a bigger group tries to brainwash people, or when one person tries to manipulate people, they get a feeling like they own this person. They manipulate them so much that the person will do what they say, and then they think they own them. But this is just an illusion. It's just a social game. In the social game, like, when little children also sometimes play king and warrior, like a knight, one child is the king, one child is the knight, and they play and they say, oh, I'm the king and I'm the knight, and the king serves the knight serves the king, and so on. But they're both children. Like, maybe they're brother and sister, doesn't matter. Like, is the king child owning the knight child? No, they're just playing a social game. And with humans, with adults, it's the same, just the adults take this game seriously. And that's the big difference. But the thing is, this game that we play, this social game where one is better than the other, one owns the other, it does only exist first, it does only exist in our head, in our subconscious, and second, it will be dissolved at latest point when we die. When we die, this game will be dissolved and there will no more some human owning another, because a human cannot own another human, because every human dies the same. We're not masters of our fates, no one of us. And we cannot own another person. We can't even own ourselves. How can we own another person? It's not possible. We are just here as brothers and sisters. And sometimes we think we can do stuff we can't, but we can't. And that's the reality. And this thing, that's the subconscious belief that one can own another, that it can't be that a human owns another human, and that it's a social game, a construct in our heads. That is so freeing for me. And I feel like it's really giving me a perspective I never had upon life. And I really think it's important to get these prisons in our minds and dissolve them, because there are so many things we were taught and told consciously, subconsciously in our childhood by society that imprison us from leading a happy and free life. And I think this belief that someone can own another person, I think this is one of these things that imprison us inside, because they're just an illusion. And if you subconsciously believe, and many people believe that, then you always try to be better than others and to own them, maybe manipulate them because you're insecure and don't want to be owned and so on. Like it goes really deep and it's very subconscious. Most people won't realize that they have this belief, but this belief manifests throughout society. And yeah, if you know what you're looking for, you see it a lot in society, and nearly everyone has this belief. I'm pretty certain, subconsciously ingrained, because it's one of our I think it's one of the subconscious beliefs of society in general. And yeah, it manifests through how people behave and how they act. But yeah, that's some insight on this. I know not everyone is into that, but yeah, wish those people that find that information useful, that they can use the information to live a happier and freer life, hopefully. At least with more knowledge. But yeah, wish you all the best. Have a nice day.